What it do? What it up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? I have to get rid of the chat box. I think that's what screws it up. And this is a test stream too. Testing also test. I think I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have this chat up or not because it kind of lags the video. I was hoping to have it up there. All right. Anyways, R2C, we're back this year. I was like, Kova, get me in Elite and not in Open. And here we are. We're in Elite because obviously that's what I think of myself with some other users. But we select SMU preseason number 20, coming off a real life ACC championship appearance. As you can see right there, we're ranked 20th conference standings. Honestly, I do not know. There's quite a bit of users here in ACC. A few that I'm familiar with, especially at Florida State and Virginia Tech and North Carolina. I'm not too sure on Wu Wins, I believe, who's at Miami, and let's tell you who's at Clemson here in a second. Who's at Clemson? Matty Blinds. Okay, I know who Matty Blinds is. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. This conference outlook. We'll look in the conference outlook here soon. Not sure if SMU's got anybody on the preseason list. Doesn't look like it. Arguably, probably the quarterback for us could be on there. It's all going to be dominated by Clemson, Miami, a few Florida State players. Yeah. All right, let's get into this roster. Depth, or pretty much from if I play well, I might have Jennings for this one and only year. If he doesn't play too well and I can somewhat get him stay back from the draft, then we'll have him twice. I didn't know Tyler Van Dyke was still playing college football, but he's a Miami transfer about a couple years ago. At one time was a ACC freshman player of the year, I believe, for Miami, and he just injury riddled and wound up finding his way to Brett Lashley, I guess, here in SMU. And then we got Ty Hawkins, who I'm pretty sure was a Elite 11 guy last year in real life, possibly. But as long as we can keep him on the roster from potential transfer portal, hopefully we can get him to stick around and be the successor to Kevin Jennings, and I won't have to recruit a quarterback in the first cycle or two, which right now, looking through two dynasties, quarterbacks and ratings are not really there. I think I've seen a throw power at 84, maybe 85, and would like that to be 88 plus into the 90s, but somewhat I'm banking on Jennings to lead me to the conference title and potential playoff berth if we can play well enough. Relatively young here in the backfield, junior. I expect McFall and Johnson to kind of carry the load. You know, all these dudes got some pretty good abilities, especially Harden. He's got arm bar, balance, got the downhill, but he's obviously a bruising. It says north-south receiver. He's 6'2", 220. Will be bruising. And then I got a little lightning here in Chris Johnson Jr. I need to see if he's related to Chris Johnson that played ECU and for Tennessee Titans. Gotta be, right? It's gotta be his son. Either way, he's gonna be lightning. McFall and Johnson gonna be lightning in a bottle, hopefully, and then Harden be the power back, give me tough yards. Fullback, we got one on the roster. We'll try to recruit one just to keep the roster, satisfied, but mostly tight ends will be used there, I'm sure. Here, you got some speed, acceleration, Knight, Hudson, Brinson, Cooper, freshman, Singleton, freshman, Goffney. It says speedster, he's 6 foot, 89 and 88 speed. I don't know. Freshman, Brown, Lavender, and Holleran. So outside of these two guys, receiving core is pretty much intact. See if we can get a few guys added to this room. Won't need much in the first year or two. Pending that transfer portal, how that works out this first season. Tight ends, 2 senior heavy. Layden right here. Maryland was a baller in real life. Can make this team go at times. And you got Hibner. And then you just got some solid average guys in here that aren't really fast, aren't really going to get a step on the linebacker besides Maryland and maybe Hibner, maybe Utter or Uter will work in the lineup, depending on his acceleration speed right there. But pretty much they all mid 80s and up catching, so we're gonna spread the ball around. I think I looked at it. I'm gonna go hard after recruiting and try to get the trenches set in this first year or two. But senior, junior, freshman, they all can pocket shield, outside shield. You got second level, and the senior doesn't got anything, which might get him passed up. Left guards, I believe, are the strengths of this O line. you can see, all 3 of the 4 got abilities. I got 2 seniors here. Should be a decent group. I don't know if these centers will start for us. We'll have to go look at that depth chart, but at least Bates got pocket shield and outside shield working for him as a redshirt freshman. Nichols will be the starter, a starter somewhere on the line. Strong grip, second level inside shield. Then you got Williams over here, PJ, that will start. So, O-line got to keep us clean. Try to keep us clean. Edge, got Robertson. That will play. Senior, got us some abilities to rest, pocket distributor, get in there, affect the quarterback. Washington, Warner, Walton will probably play some. Maybe Lang with the quick jump, but outside of that, Washington and Warner will probably be the 2 guys that will be featured. And you probably got only 3 right here that will give us rotational work. Imba, Jefferson, and Webb, depending on block shedding and their strength. Overall, 79 and up. Senior in defensive tackle room. So, like I said, going after trenches, first year recruiting. Sam, only 1 on the roster. Probably need to change that. Freshman. He's going to be a speed. He's going to cover the field, lurk. Probably user player. I don't think I'll let the computer handle him. Mike Kilgore be on the field. And probably Barker. Maybe Booker will slide in there. But the backers are going to definitely be probably be a weakness to this team. And you got a solid group of DBs that can cover some. Probably be more of a zone team. Just looking at it, we got 1 senior. Rest are juniors, freshmen. Can run a bit. Hopefully they play above their man coverage ratings. But gotta pick their spots and play good solid zone coverage. Free safety, Moses. Been playing quite a bit of ball. We'll have to be locked down in the back end to make sure nobody gets behind us. Beat deep, Moses, and I think it's Kobia, which is played a few ranked games with SMU. He's a pretty good player. Rahami and him will be on the field together at times. Maybe some free safety by Rocket, ball hawk, robber. Maybe pass up Moses right there. Get on the field. Got quite a bit of seniors right there on the safety spot. Kicker. Got a leg on him, fresh senior. And I got a freshman on the roster. Take over after he graduates. Got platinum deep range right there. We're gonna need it at times. And you got a punter, junior, kicking power 99. So special teams, we should be all right. I go through the schedule, but we're kind of in preseason. But Takeover, I believe, is going to stay independent, so we won't have to worry about him in ACC. I guess he joined as Xbox. Skeet, EA Monster, ACC, Earls, Virginia Tech, myself. And then we got wins in Miami. Yak, Florida State. Maddie at Clemson. And I believe that's it for the ACC. So from this standpoint, depending on how Maddie plays, he's got an elite team. See what he can do with them. Yak will always be in a conversation. He's a solid player. I don't know anything about Woo. Skeet will compete, and hopefully he doesn't throw himself out of games or turn the ball over. Keep himself in games, play solid defense, because he can scheme up some things here and there. Myself, and then Earls, who I was in ACC Big Ten and Go Hogs League, who won a couple of championships before I joined that last year. So I know he's a solid user, and being at Virginia Tech and Lane Stadium will be a tough test if you go on the road to him. Other than that, I don't got much more about media day to talk about, because I can't really see schedule. Give you a little preview about ACC users. Maybe we see, I don't know how. Let me look at the real life. I don't know how he's going to set up these schedules, but SMU plays East Texas A&M game 1, then they go to Baylor, Missouri State, TCU, Syracuse, Stanford, Clemson. So we'll have Maddie on the schedule. That will be a lock game. Wake Forest, Miami will play Miami. Woo wins. So we'll see that. We'll see a new user. Boston College, Louisville, and Cal. So we'll at least have 2 user ACC games on the schedule, on the docket coming up. So that should be fun right there. So, all right, we're done. Have a good night. We out.